Now we move on to top alcohol dragster semifinals. Great shot looking down. We begin with the #1 qualifier, Jim Whiteley, who picks his lane up against the Reading winner, Mike Austin, trying to go back-to-back. On the other side, Monroe guest Mark Taliaferro. We'll set up all of that and a lot more in just a moment. First, let's take it to John.
Doug, how was that run there?
You know, it was good. It was a win. It shook out there a little bit, but I think we finally got in a clutch in where it's actually doing something. But we beat Bojack. He's running good. He's on the cover National Dragster, and we're in the final at Las Vegas. This doesn't usually happen to us.
All right, we'll see you in the final. Let's go to Stat Guy.
Of course, Mike Austin locked up that Division 6 championship a couple weeks ago at ACO Raceway. He had to take out the #1 qualifier. It was Mike Koski. He did it in the final round in a great race on a hole shot. A 5:33 took out a 5:31. He needs to do it here.
Now he's got the #1 qualifier, Jim Whiteley.
Yeah, it's amazing. You win rounds and you get rewarded by getting the baddest dude on the block coming into the next round. But a team that's traveled put on more miles than you would expect a team in the Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series to do. The alcohol drags is usually very provincial, very territorial. They'll stay in their own particular geographic part of the country. But Steve Federlin, when he drove the car, he came back, raced at Maple Grove. We just heard Lewis talking about Mike coming back and running in New Jersey. So they put a lot of miles on. They got a very good race car right here. They're going to have to be absolutely on the top of their game. But Jim Whiteley has not shown any chinks in the armor here in Vegas.
Oh, they are locked side by side, and it is going to beat Jim Whiteley by just a little bit. 5:39. That's a hole shot win. Slower but quicker off the starting line. That's why he hits the finish line first.
Great job right there. I mean, both drivers very good off the starting line. Mike Austin, .035, as we said earlier. That's, you know, just 300ths away when the light goes green. But Jim Whiteley was 200ths better on the starting line. On the racetrack, Mike Austin 200ths better. Do the math. No, let me do the math.
Yeah.
5,000th of a second at the quarter-mile mark. What a great drag race. And back on the starting line, well, that was a great win right there. There you go. Wins it by just a nose. You're going to take a look at the incrementals. Whiteley with that advantage off the starting line. Mike Austin picked him up in the middle of the track. Whiteley comes around him at the top end. Marvelous drag race right there. From a performance standpoint, an artistic standpoint, it's been a great show here this weekend for the fans in the alcohol classes.
Well, we've got one more top alcohol dragster semi coming up, but you have a tendency to hit the road and check out some of the other Lucas Oil drag racing strips. Where have you been to recently, Bob?
Well, I try to keep up with the guys like Mike Austin traveling all over the country. You know, I had an opportunity to go down to the southeast Silver Dollar Raceway in Reynolds, Georgia. Ed Swearingen runs the racetrack. They've been running Lucas Oil division races for a while. They've got a huge field of race cars because that weekend there are only 3 division races left for drivers to pick up points. They had that, Noble, Oklahoma, then the one we've been talking about coming up in Las Vegas. But a great field of race cars. They ran top sportsman. They ran top dragster. One of their drivers, by the way, is actually qualified to go to Pomona to run the Summit Racing ET Series. He won the Division II championship. Summit, one of the big sponsors at the racetrack at Silver Dollar. And Bill Reiger won the race there, closed out his divisional points totals with a big win there. And that's why he's #1 in the points.
Good to see how they take care of the fans, too, with a little shade right over the top because it can be plenty hot down in Georgia.